Hey guys, my name is Khaled with KINETIQ, and today I want to tell you a story about a food manufacturer that we worked with recently. Now, in the beginning of our engagement, they thought that forecast accuracy was their biggest challenge. But the more we worked with them, the more we understood that the disconnected planning infrastructure behind their forecasting was what was costing them. And the biggest impact was the lost margin because of decisions they couldn't make in time, unmet demand because of gaps between their demand, capacity, production, and inventory planning, and a disconnected decision-making process where leadership across sales, operations, and finance couldn't react in time to changes in the market, their customers, or the business itself. Now, the problem for this food manufacturer and for many others in the industry wasn't the fact that they're using spreadsheets. Excel isn't the enemy. It's that they had to manually extract data out of different systems, tie it together, and try and piece together a picture of the future across the organization and across the different systems that they were using. And by the time they were able to do that, they had already missed the opportunity to make a proactive decision, and they were starting to be reactive. So when your sales, operations, and finance teams don't have that information connected to their planning infrastructure and in real time, it's hard for leadership to make confident decisions about what the future needs to look like and to have a continuous real-time stream of information to make agile decisions. So this is a problem that a lot of organizations have taken for granted as a cost of doing business, and it's the export, reconcile, and reforecast cycle. Now, a lot of organizations spend their time trying to extract the data from different systems, piece it together into a cohesive data structure, and then try to assemble a plan and their forecasting logic on top of it. Now, the challenge is by the time you have done that, and by the time you've stitched together data across your different functions from different sources, the market, your customers, and the business has already moved on, and you're now working with data that is out of date. And so by the time many organizations finish their forecasting cycle, their data that they were using for it was already outdated. So what that really costs businesses and what it was costing this manufacturer is not just the inefficiency of having some of their best and brightest wrangling spreadsheets and trying to piece together data, it's the fact that they lost planning agility. The organization wasn't able to make confident decisions quick enough to react to changes in their supply chain, their operations, or customer demands. And so they found themselves missing demand. They had unmet customer purchase orders, as well as having gaps between their demand plan, capacity, production, and inventory planning, and the finance budget. And so each leadership team had to reactively plan the business and forecast for the future, as opposed to being able to proactively drive results and make confident decisions. So what changed for this organization and for many others who have started to use connected planning is that not only is their data brought together with the planning infrastructure that they're using on top of it, but every function within the company is using the same source of truth. And changes in one forecast affect the others. So sales, operations, and finance aren't struggling to connect manual Excel spreadsheets to understand their picture of the future. Instead, they're able to work in real time off of the latest verified data and understand how decisions in one part of the business affect the other. Now, that's given their leadership team the confidence to make decisions quicker, but also their boots on the ground operations teams the ability to meet demand, to protect margins, to unlock revenue, and to protect working capital. So if that story sounds familiar to you, or if it reflects the kind of change you want to see in your organization, we're actually hosting a webinar where we're going to teach folks not only how to use Microsoft Business Performance Planning to change the way your organization forecasts and reacts to changes in the market, your customers, and the business. We're also going to show you how you can unlock value in your organization using the tool and where you can get started today.